Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I hope you all doing well. So first let me ask you, have you guys tried this product? This and this or this one? Did you familiar with this product? Have you think how to make it at home? So welcome to Food Biotechnology. We will talk about the green scope of biotechnology, the agricultural product especially fermented milk base. And here we go. Here's Sania and me, Nando. Together we will learn about Indonesian original fermented product, the indigenous Dadih, the traditional fermented milk from West Sumatra.
Indonesia, characterized by its ethnic diversity, comprises several islands having individual culture. Hence, each area has various indigenous foods and food habits. Various manufacturing methods for traditional dairy food in Indonesia play considerable roles in preserving milk and improving nutritional value and diversification. One of it is Dadih. There is no written history of how Dadih was first discovered, but natives named it Dadiah, and it is an extremely popular dairy product in Bukit Tinggi, Padang Panjang, Solok, 50 kota, and Tanah Datar. Dadiah is traditional fermented buffalo milk yogurt-like product. The major change in Dadiah fermentation caused by lactic acid bacteria. And then the product characteristics. Dadiah has a smooth texture, it has a distinctive thick consistency and pleasant flavor. Dadiah also can provide safety, portability, and novelty to milk nutrient for the indigenous people of West Sumatra. Dadiah is typically consumed during breakfast with rice after eating chili, or we call it sambal, or it is mixed with brown sugar and coconut milk and served as a topping for steamed traditional glutinous rice flakes or a corn flake-like product called ampiang Dadiah. This looks so delicious, right? And then the nutrition fact of the Dadiah. Based on previous study from Kusuma et al. 2015, this is the nutrition value from 100 gram of Dadiah. This is so nutritious, right? Dadiah is prepared from buffalo milk, and this table shows us the comparison between buffalo milk and cow milk. We can see that buffalo milk has a higher fat and casein content than does cow milk. The higher protein content in buffalo milk results in a custard-like consistency at the end of fermentation of Dadih. Consuming Dadih, we can get several health benefits. Dadiah has anti-obesity and anti-inflammatory effect, potential probiotic strain with its anti-mutagenicity. Dadiah also can prevent coronary heart disease, and it also can improve our immunity and prevent gastrointestinal infection.
So here a video about the process to make Dadiah. Let me see.
Lumayan banyak sih dapat susu kerbaunya setengah liter, soalnya kerbaunya ngamuk, jadi agak susah. Jadi kita nih ngapa dulu nih Uni?
Disaring dulu.
Saring dulu.
Kita saring dulu susunya.
Saring ya?
Ya.
Susu kerbau yang sudah disaring dimasukkan ke dalam tabung bambu berukuran sekitar 20 cm. Kemudian ditutup dengan daun pisang dan harus didiamkan selama 1 hari di suhu ruang. Tujuannya agar susunya mengental.
Nah ini dia yang sudah melewati fermentasi selama 1 malam nih. Pengen lihat seperti apa. Tadi kan cair tuh. Seperti apa ya hasilnya? Wah, jadi padat ya Bu ya? Jadi beku.
Tekstur susu kerbau yang sudah didiamkan berubah mengental dan padat. Bahkan kalau dibalik pun gak bakal tumpah. Dadiah juga ada masa expirednya loh pemirsa. Paling baik dikonsumsi dalam rentang waktu 1 minggu sejak susu dimasukkan ke dalam tabung bambu. Nah, dadiah ini paling cocok jika dicampur dengan ampiang dan menjadi kudapan tradisional Minang yang paling dicari. Cara membuat ampiang dadiah ini sebenarnya cukup mudah, asalkan ampiang dan dadiahnya sudah ada.
Semua ya.
Ya, keluarkan dulu dadiahnya dari bambu, lalu tambahkan ampiangnya dan siram dengan gula aren cair. Kalau sudah tercampur, tandanya sudah siap untuk dimakan. Makanan khas Padang yang satu ini jika dilihat sekilas memang mirip bubur sumsum, tapi soal rasa dan cara pembuatannya berbeda ya pemirsa.
Sudah? Wah, udah nggak sabar lagi mau makan. Ini seger banget nih. Ini apa namanya, Bu?
Ampiang dadiah.
Ampiang dadia. Ini sebenarnya kalau kita lihat nih seperti yogurtnya suku Minangkabau. Nih, teksturnya mirip tuh. Tapi ditambah ampiang. Kita cicip ya. Makan ya, Bu ya.
So from the video, we know that the traditional process is so simple. The first one, we need a fresh milk. That original is buffalo milk that already filtered. And then we pour the milk into a bamboo tube, or it can also use a plastic tube or container. And then we cover with banana leaves or plastic and tie with a rubber band. And we store at room temperature or at 45 degrees Celsius for about 24 to 48 hours. And after the fermentation process ends, the dadiah are ready to eat with several ways. Dadiah also can make from other raw material. For example, the goat milk. Here a process for making dadiah from goat milk. Here we can see basically the same as before, but here we use the heated or pasteurization at 60 to 75 degrees Celsius. And this one is the dadiah, that's the making of dadiah that's stored in plastic tube and using starter. The next one is the quality control of dadiah. The first is raw material. The fresh raw buffalo milk is used to making dadiah. The buffalo milk contains higher total solids and has 100% more fat content than cow milk, which makes it creamier and thicker, makes it suitable for the manufacture of traditional dadiah, and contributes to the aroma development. The traditional dadiah made from buffalo milk that the water buffalo, as a domesticated cattle animal of the bovine subfamily, is fed with natural feed grass, which is free from antibiotics, hence no antibiotics residue is in the buffalo milk, which may give inhibitory impact on the growth of the natural starter and cause product failures of dadiah, as well as no possible antibiotic resistance of indigenous LAB or lactic acid bacteria is in the buffalo milk. Other milks such as cow milk and goat milk also used to make dadiah, as I mentioned before. The composition of the milk is different, and it will give a different characteristic to the final product. The next is the processing condition control. Is the first one is pasteurization. Because the buffalo milk as a raw material of dadiah in home industry is not pasteurized and hygiene practice is not implemented properly during dadiah making, dadiah does not meet any standards such as the national standard for yogurt or SNI and international standard of yogurt and fermented milk available such as the US Federal Standards of Identity, which requires the pasteurizing of the milk. But recently, the process of making dadiah already using pasteurization, as I said before in the making process. The next one is the fermentation process. The traditional way of dadiah fermentation gives many variations in the characteristics, quality, and acceptability of traditional dadiah, inevitable due to the unregulated condition of the spontaneous natural fermentation. While in fermentation technology, the milk microbes and the environment are supposed to be controlled properly. It usually takes 1 to 2 days for dadia in fermentation. The longer the storage time or the fermentation time, dadia quality including taste, aroma, color, and liking will also decrease. And then for the natural LAB or lactic acid bacteria, it is involved in the spontaneous fermentation that play important roles in curd formation. The indigenous enzyme is the proteolytic activity of milk proteases such as plasmin or bacteria's proteases are associated with the thickening, gelation, and coagulation of buffalo milk that occur during spontaneous fermentation. And for the temperature, it's usually at room temperature, but we can use temperature at 44 degrees Celsius because this is the optimum condition for LAB growth in the fermentation. And also the pH and water activity that based on the bacterial growth. The last one is the final product. And next is for the package. The usually used is the bamboo tube, but the quality of dadia from buffalo milk that's stored in plastic tube packaging is relatively better than in bamboo tube packaging. The plastic tube packaging, until the next day, it is still fit for consumption, while dadia in bamboo tube packaging is only until 6 days. And then the glucose, protein, and lipid concentration will also affect it with total acid of dadia. A good quality of dadia is firm, uniform consistency, creamy white color, pleasant aroma, and acidic taste. The surface is smooth and glossy, and a cut surface is trim and free from cracks and air bubbles.
Future development prospect of dadia. It has a big potential to develop milk-based protein consumption of buffalo milk. Increasing the amount of curd production can increase the income of buffalo breeders because dadia, the raw material of dadia is from buffalo breeders from new. And improving the dadia packaging can improve its shelf life to reach wider market. Scale-up production is needed, and then to meet the national and international standard for yogurt. Promoting the culture of dairy product consumption in Indonesia and the worldwide. Dadia can be an indigenous yogurt from Indonesia. And then this is our reference. That's all from us. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.